an update on my great lock-in, because I'm sure you are all dying to know about this. I haven't made as much progress as I thought I would, but I've done more than nothing every day, which means I could potentially not completely fail all my exams, which, scary thought, no longer end in 4 weeks. They now end in 2.5 weeks, and my first exam is in 7 days. Now, these exams are why I've even made a sliver of progress. Me being on this great lock-in, after all, wasn't by choice, it was by circumstance. Circumstances that I am not in control over, meaning I might not be at maximum efficiency, but the great lock-in is happening regardless of whether I want to or not. So, progress check, 6 exams, and I'm fairly confident in one of them at the moment. It's the only one I've been working on, and I should definitely get a pass. And if the paper is nice, there are no stupid trick questions, I should potentially get a first. Now, it's taken 7 days to get here. That's 1 out of my 4 weeks to get confident in one exam out of 6. So I might still be fucked. The one paper I'm confident in is linear algebra, by the way. I think this is the hardest one. So I'm hoping if I just do the same amount of practice I did for that module and all the other ones, I should be okay. It's hard to tell. One other thing that could be in my favor is I wasn't actually fully locked in. I averaged maybe 1 paper a day, and these papers, they're supposed to take 3 hours each, so my pace is understandable. But that's not fully locked in, because how many hours a day are you actually awake? Did I actually only waste an hour a day on social media despite the fact that I put app blockers on them? No, I wasted way more than an hour a day. Now, I have actually identified the problem. It's not me turning off the app blockers, except on the weekend. I did turn off the app blockers on the weekend, and that left me completely defenseless, and I probably spent 10 hours on Instagram that weekend. But ignoring that, the app blockers worked. I think I had 30 minutes tops, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, can't remember, of Instagram Monday to Friday. That's pretty good. The main issue is one of my devices, my iPad, doesn't have any app blockers on them because I don't know if there are any free ones on iOS, but the main reason why it's so easy to binge on my iPad, is my iPad's really old, it's really shit. There are only 2 things it's good at: looking at PDFs and YouTube videos. I can't use it for anything else because the keyboard fucking lags. I write a sentence, only the first word has appeared, and I have to wait 30 seconds for the whole sentence to appear. That's a crazy amount of lag, and it's just slow at everything. The battery life is pathetic. It might arguably be worse than my laptop, and my laptop is a gaming laptop. My laptop only has 2.5 hours of battery life. And this is on me. I forgot to bring the fucking Apple Pencil. I left it at my house. That was really stupid to do just before exam season, but that was something that happened. The battery life thing could be a blessing in disguise, because it's a natural time limit on the YouTube, but it's not a great time limit. 2 hours, 3 hours is not a sustainable amount of YouTube, especially as I am just going to plug the iPad in, because watching YouTube equals being lazy. Being lazy means going in bed. Being in bed means I'm next to a plug. I ain't fucking leaving that bed. But as the iPad is pretty much useless for anything useful, when I'm in my room, because I'm not going to watch YouTube in a library, because that's way too degenerate for me. I'm not going to watch YouTube in any public area. But when I'm in my room, I could just not use my iPad. I could put it in the drawer, and that way I'm forced to use my computer where the app blockers actually work. I have got 0 hours of YouTube use on my laptop, so that clearly works, and that might be my strategy here. So to summarize, the thing I need to do from now on is don't use my iPad in my room, because that thing is just a YouTube machine. I can use my iPad when out of my room because it's marginally more useful than my computer. It's more portable, but just for looking at PDFs. I still bring my computer around, but the iPad will be the designated PDF machine. YouTube is the main bottleneck here. If I get rid of it, which could happen if I go through with this, I don't want to do the maths here, but I should have around 9-10 hours every day, which is enough to do 2 or 3 exam papers of different modules, so I can go through them all simultaneously. And that way I can go through, gain confidence in all the modules, and hopefully get a first. Something that should make this actually happen is there is now a greater incentive than just ego to get a first. I didn't know this until last week, but apparently there's a special fancy dinner for people that average a first, and I want my mother to be proud of me. If my mother knows that this dinner exists and I was not invited, that is a conversation that I will be having for the rest of her life. So I don't want that to be the scenario I'm in. Is that a positive or a negative incentive? Who knows? I'm going to get first. I'm going to get it because I say I'm going to get it, and that's all that matters. Just watch me do it. Like, subscribe. Peace out.